again, all my little artistes. I have been missing having you in my classroom so much that I've decided today I think we're going to do a fun art project. And this is sort of a spring-themed art project. And I'm super excited about this because we haven't gotten to do art time like we normally would in the classroom. So it's going to be really fun. Get ready. Here are all the things you're going to need to do this art project with me. One solid piece of paper, a coffee filter. So moms and dads, I'm sure all of us are like hopped up on coffee right now. So I'm sure you have lots of these laying around the house. So go grab one of these. If you don't have one of these, friends, you can always just use a piece of white paper. Cut it into a circle and that would work awesome. Some green and blue construction paper. So I have actually already cut mine up into these strips. You do not have to cut yours up. You can leave them in solid pieces. Scissors. And lastly is some glue. So I'm using white glue. You can use a glue stick, any kind of glue you have at your house. So friends, go gather up all the materials you're gonna need and then come back and we're gonna do our art project together. Okay, friends, it's time for an art project. I'm so excited. I have all of my materials out in front of me. Make sure you have all yours, and we're going to start by working on our coffee filter. So right now, we just have a solid white coffee filter. What we're going to do is decorate our coffee filter to look a little bit more like a flower. So you can use whatever color you want, and you can use markers or crayons, but we're going to color the center of our coffee filter to be the center of our flower. So I chose pink to be the center of my flower, so I'm going to color the center of my coffee filter pink. Okay, so I just colored a little bit of my marker in the middle of my coffee filter, and don't try not to press down too hard because these are kind of thin and they will tear very easily. So the next thing I'm going to do is grab my big paper out and set my coffee filter to the side. And I'm going to start placing my strips of construction paper on my solid paper to look like the grass at the bottom and the sky at the top. So I'm just going to kind of place them all catty-cornered, crazy looking, all over the place until my whole construction paper is covered. And I have a couple different shades of blue, so I'm going to try and mix those in there. And then I want my green and my blue to touch each other. So I'm going to keep going with my green and my blue until they touch each other and no yellow is showing. So I'm just stacking and stacking and stacking until I have covered my entire yellow paper. Grab some more of these dark pieces. Oh, perfect. Okay, so as you can see, all of my construction pieces are hanging way over on the side. I'm going to cut them down to the size of my paper, and then I'm going to glue them all down, and then I'm going to come back and show you what we're going to do next. So I want you to also glue your construction paper down onto your solid piece of paper. Mine's under here. It's just hiding. So we're going to glue all that down to where it covers it all up. And then we're going to come back and put our flower into the middle. So pause the video and go do that and then come back. Okay, so I have glued all of my construction paper down. It's still a little bit wet and it's not the neatest looking. It's a little bit messy, but that's the whole point of an art project, is to get a little messy. So the next thing that I'm going to do is take my coffee filter and I'm going to glue it on the line. So the line where my green and my blue meet is where I'm going to put the center of my coffee filter. So I'm just putting a couple of dots of glue around the bottom. And then I'm just going to flip it over and glue it down. And I'm not putting any glue around the edge. I want it to kind of stick up off my paper to kind of look like that flower petals coming up. And then as that is drying, I'm going to draw the stem of my flower. So for that, you're going to need a green marker. And the stems of flowers, we know, are just straight lines down that connect to the roots, and that's what holds the flower up. So without the stem, it wouldn't be able to stand up. And I'm going to draw a straight line down, and I'm just kind of coloring as I go. Sort of hard to draw on those construction paper that we glued. But I'm just drawing me a big straight line down. And then I'm going to go back and draw a couple of little leaves coming off of my stem. So I drew 2 leaves on my flowers, and now I am finished. How adorable is our little flower craft? I think it's so cute, and now you can hang it up on your wall for springtime. Thank you guys for doing an art project with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, my friends.